Picture a driveway in 1990. A guy pulls up with a dead battery, grabs one wrench, loosens two clamps, drops in a fresh battery from the parts store for about $60, and drives away 10 minutes later. Now jump straight to today. His son owns a modern car. The battery dies, he takes it to the dealer, and they tell him something that would have sounded completely insane in 1990. You cannot just replace it yourself anymore. It has to be programmed. And the bill? Over $600 for a battery that costs $150. Here is the uncomfortable truth almost nobody understands. On a huge number of modern cars, you do not really own your battery anymore. You own permission to use one. Stick with me all the way to the end, because I am going to show you exactly how to beat this whole thing in your own driveway for about $30. Now, before you decide this is all one giant conspiracy, let me be fair with you, because that actually matters here. Part of this story is genuine engineering that protects your car, and part of it is a flat-out money grab, and the entire scam depends on you not being able to tell which is which. So that is exactly what we are going to untangle today. I'm going to walk you through the hidden step they call battery registration, the real reason it was invented, the way dealers quietly turned it into a $600 shakedown, and then the cheap little tool that lets you walk right past all of it. Let us start with the step that almost no driver has ever even heard of. It has a name most people never learn, and that is exactly how they like it. Battery registration. Some shops call it coding or adaptation. For 50 years, a car battery was a completely passive part. You unbolt the old one, bolt in the new one, and you are done before your coffee gets cold. But somewhere in the last 15 years or so, your car got smart and your battery got a babysitter. Modern cars now run what is called a battery management system, a little dedicated computer that constantly monitors that battery, its age, its temperature, its health. And when you swap the battery out, that computer has to be told a brand new one is now installed. If you never tell it, the car simply keeps treating your fresh battery exactly like the worn-out one it just learned. That is registration in plain English, and here is the part they absolutely do not advertise. Here is the mechanism, and this is the whole ball game, so stay with me. On a modern car, the alternator does not just pump out one steady voltage the way it used to. It is a smart charging system. It constantly reads how old and how tired the battery is, and it deliberately charges harder and harder as that battery naturally wears down over the years. So when you drop in a fresh battery but never reset that memory, the car keeps using the aggressive high-voltage charging profile it learned for a dying battery, and it hammers your brand new one with voltage meant for a worn-out one. The result is a new battery that overcharges, runs hot, and dies years before it should. Now, to be completely fair, this technology is real, and it genuinely was not invented purely to rob you. That fairness is exactly what makes the scam so easy to hide in plain sight, because the next lock is where they actually cash in. And here is the trap that catches even careful, handy people. On these cars, you cannot simply match the size of the old battery. You also have to match the type. There are two main kinds, a GM, the premium battery that charges fast and survives real abuse, and EFB, the entry-level version. Both of them showed up because of stop-start, the system that automatically shuts your engine off at every single red light to save fuel. That feature hammers the battery dozens of times a day, and a cheap old-style flooded battery would be dead in about 18 months trying to keep up. So the engineering reason is completely genuine, but it also means that if you drop in the wrong type, or you register it as the wrong type, the charging is wrong and your expensive new battery fails early anyway. Size, type, and registration. All three have to line up perfectly. Miss any one of them, and you are right back at the dealer, which is exactly where they want you standing. Now here is where the real engineering turns into a genuine racket. That registration step we just talked about, it takes about 60 seconds with the right tool. 60 seconds. But walk into a dealer, and that 60-second step magically becomes a $200 programming line on your bill, stacked right on top of a heavily marked up battery. On some luxury cars, it gets far worse. One owner was quoted around $1,100 just to replace and register a single battery. $1,100. And the real trick, the part that makes it all work, is the sentence they say at the counter. You cannot do this yourself anymore. It has to be coded right here. That one line is doing all of the heavy lifting because they are betting everything on you not knowing that a $30 tool does the exact same 60-second job. That is the scam, not the technology, the gatekeeping. So maybe right now you are thinking, fine, I will just throw a battery in myself and skip the coding entirely. That is called the swap and go myth, and it can quietly cost you the very battery you just paid for. And this is not a theory. It is documented over and over by frustrated owners in forums and service records. Skip the registration and the car keeps charging your new battery on that old, worn-out profile. If it undercharges, the battery slowly sulfates and permanently loses capacity. If it overcharges, it runs hot, vents gas, and cooks itself from the inside, and it can drag your alternator down with it. People who skip this step routinely watch a brand new battery die in 1 to 2 years instead of a healthy 4 to 5. On top of that, your stop-start quits working, you start getting random electrical gremlins, and on some cars, it can even affect your warranty. So no, you genuinely cannot just swap it. But you also do not need the dealer. There is a third door. So, does your car even have this lock on it? Here is the simple rule. If it has stop-start or a sensor clamped onto the negative battery terminal, it almost certainly does. The big ones are the European brands, BMW and Mini from about 2007 onward, Audi, Volkswagen, Mercedes, Porsche, Volvo, Jaguar, and Land Rover. A growing number of Ford stop-start models and some Mazdas need it too, and basically every hybrid on the road. Now, to be fair, one more time, some cars, like a lot of Toyotas and certain others, actually self-learn. They quietly figure the new battery out on their own with no tool at all. The only way to know for absolute certain is your owner manual or a quick 2-minute search for your exact year and model. And once you know your car is on that list, the real question becomes bigger than one battery. Because step back for a second, this is about more than your wallet. It is about whether you are even allowed to fix the thing you own. A few years ago, voters in Massachusetts got so fed up with being locked out of their own vehicles that they passed a right to repair law by a landslide, forcing automakers to open up the data buried inside the car. And how did the industry respond? They took it straight to court. They fought it for years rather than hand independent shops and ordinary owners access to the car you already paid for in full. Some makers have chosen to disable features entirely rather than let anyone outside the dealer network touch the data. Think about what that actually tells you. When a company would rather break its own product than let you repair it, the battery was never really the point. Control was, but you do not have to sit around waiting on a courtroom to take that control back. Here is how you beat it today. Here is how you walk right past that entire $600 bill. That dealer-only programming runs through the exact same diagnostic port sitting under your dashboard, the one every scan tool on Earth plugs into, and consumer tools have quietly been doing battery registration for years. Let me give it to you tiered by your situation. If you drive something German, an app like Carly with a small wireless adapter runs under $100 and codes the battery straight from your phone in a minute. For dozens of other brands, tools like Autel, Ancel, and Carista do the same job, and many of them are just $30 to $100, a one-time purchase you will use for years across every car you own. And the steps are almost embarrassingly simple. Install the new battery, plug the tool into the diagnostic port, choose Register Battery, pick your type, AGM or EFB. Hit Confirm, 60 seconds, and it is finished. You just did the exact same job the dealer wanted $200 for, and now you own the tool forever. And here is one more move for when you go shopping for your next car, because now that you know this game exists, you can dodge it before it ever starts. When you are looking at a new or used vehicle, ask one simple question. Does it have stop-start? And does the battery require registration? If you want to sidestep the entire racket, look hard at a trim without stop-start, because those simpler systems usually take a plain battery you can drop in with 2 wrenches, exactly like that driveway in 1990. It will not always be an option on the car you want, and that is fine, but simply knowing to ask that question puts you back in the driver's seat instead of standing at a service counter, being told what you are and are not allowed to do to a car you own outright. Now, let me be completely straight with you, because sometimes the shop genuinely is worth it, and I am not going to pretend otherwise. Some cars bury the battery under a seat or back in the trunk with electronics that have to stay powered the entire time during the swap, and a few stubborn models truly do need the factory software instead of a generic tool. If that is your exact car, or you are simply not comfortable working under the hood, then paying a trusted independent shop, not the dealer, is completely fair and completely fine. The point of this video was never that getting help is a scam. The point is that you cannot do this yourself is the specific lie they sell you at the counter. And now you know the truth, you know the tool, and you know the real price. So here is your entire defense in about 30 seconds. Before you buy a battery, check whether your car has stop-start or a battery sensor. If it does, that battery absolutely has to be registered. Match the size and match the type, AGM or EFB. Then either spend $30 to $100 on a coding tool you will own forever, or hand the job to a trusted independent shop, but never ever hand a dealer $200 for a 60-second reset. Because at the end of the day, they are not really selling you a battery anymore. They are selling you permission to start your own car. So stop paying for permission. If this just saved you a repair bill, tap the video on your screen right now, because next I am exposing the dealer diagnostic fee trick that is quietly costing people even more. Drive it right, and it will drive you far.